Earlier this year, 21-year-old Miguel Charlery was named the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Track Athlete of the Week for the first time in his track and field career. The East Stroudsburg University sophomore kicked off his outdoor season by shattering a 15-year-old school record in the 200-meter. He clocked an NCAA provisional time of 21.21 seconds at the Mammoth Spring Opener, eclipsing the previous record of 21.30 set by Andrew McCloskey in 2009. This performance earned him a runner-up finish in the event. At the time, Charlery's time not only led PSAC, but also ranked him 19th in all of NCAA Division II. This accolade represents the 6th PSAC Weekly Award for the Warriors this academic year and the first in the outdoor season. In addition to his record-breaking performance, Charlery also secured a second-place finish in another 200-meter race, where he broke a 40-year-old freshman record previously held by Pete White since 1983. Charlery's time of 21.62 seconds in this race is the 6th fastest in the program's history. So Miguel, Charlery, welcome to the show. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you for having me. I'm feeling good today.
You're feeling great? Awesome. So let's go straight into the questions. I would like to say first off, congratulations on actually winning the PSAC Track Athlete of the Week. Just tell me, how does it feel to get this recognition for the first time in your career?
It's a very good recognition to get, considering that I'm still new to the whole American scene, and my school, we kind of a freshly new spring program, considering there's a lot of freshmen and everything. So just doing that for my school and representing my country and club as well is a big achievement.
Now I know you come from St. Lucia. It's a hot place, right? And clearly, just by your picture, you look like you're wearing a jacket. So that means it's cold up there.
I'm wearing 2 jackets under that.
You're wearing 2 jackets. So just tell me, how does the climate really affect you and your performance?
It affects me a lot, considering I grew up in the heat. Up there it's always cold. You never know what to expect. One day it's sunny, the next day negative degrees. Wow. It's raining, and you have to compete in that in little tights of this. So I still try and get accustomed to the temperature. Because I have to gauge how I run, because you don't want to run too fast in the cold weather because you get injured. So it's a lot to consider.
Okay, so you broke a 15-year-old school record in the 200-meter with an impressive time of 21.21 at the Mammoth Spring Opener. Can you take us through that race and what it took to achieve such a remarkable performance?
I didn't expect to run that fast, because that was the first outdoor meet of the season. I didn't know where I was at fitness-wise, because just coming off indoor is a whole different ball game, because indoor and outdoor, 2 different techniques to run it. So I just went out there, just see what I can do. I didn't expect to run as I did, because I was still tight. I had a lot of things to fix in my race, and I came out with the record and I was surprised. Okay. I saw everybody running to me like, you broke it. I was like, for true?
Okay, so you mentioned that there's 2 different techniques, obviously, for outdoor and indoor. Just explain that.
Well, indoor is more tight. Like, there's a lot more turns and the lane's smaller. And I still getting used to it, because that was my first real indoor season, considering last year I only got 2 races because I came a little late. So it was a lot to take in. The training different, the way you run different, and it's a lot more on your body too. Yeah. And outdoor, I accustomed to outdoor my whole life. I did outdoor,
Okay, great. Now, as a sophomore, what does breaking Andrew McCloskey's long-standing record mean to you personally for your track career moving forward?
They did right with recruiting me and just showing them like I'm worth it, basically.
So would you say that you're exceeding your own expectations?
Yeah, definitely. Considering the weather and everything, I'm surprising myself sometimes.
Yeah, so that just means like if you're able to perform at that level within your first year and a half, probably so like later on, the type of athlete you can actually become.
Yeah, definitely. And once I get used to the whole weather and the training, I think I'll do much better.
Okay, great. Now, can you take us back to that moment when you finished the 200-meter race and broke the 40-year-old record, the freshman record, held by Pete Wright? What emotions were you feeling at that time?
I was just feeling to lie down.
Lie down?
Yeah, because it was cold, and then, when it's cold, it's harder to breathe. Especially for me, there's a lot of tightness on my chest. So yeah, I was excited, but I just wanted to lie down. It's after when we got back to the school, it just really hit me, and I started celebrating with my coach and teammates.
So what were they saying to you?
They were just surprised, like I broke it. They were just as surprised as me too, and they're just happy for me and looking forward to what the season holds.
Okay, so who do you look up to? Like, who's your inspiration while you're up there?
On the team?
Yeah. Well, not just the team, but just in general.
I don't really say I have an inspiration on the team, but my roommates definitely, we like tight. They're like my brothers right now. Because growing up there, I didn't really know anybody, and then they were the first people to really take me in. So people like Kobe, Ricky, these people, they really my support group.
Yeah, and it's good to have a good support group, especially seeing that you're kind of by yourself. Not saying that there aren't other solution athletes, because I remember your mom saying there's one more, but...
Yeah, but that person is in tennis, so we don't really see each other at meets. There's one other Caribbean person, she's from Barbados, that's like my ride or die on the team, because we come from the same background, so we know what it is and we help each other.
Okay, so tell me about your school. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. The people around me are really supportive. Like, going somewhere new, you don't know how the people will treat you and how it will affect you, but everybody's supportive, they're nice, they're welcoming, and they really made my experience better.
Okay, great. Now, earlier in the year, you posted the 6th fastest time in program history for indoors at 21.62. What do you think contributed to your exceptional performance on that day? I
think that day, for the 200, I was just upset because I didn't do that well in the 60 because I had a bad start. My blocks did a little bit of a butter, as we say. So I just went into that race with a lot of emotion, so I just let it out on the track.
So what you're saying is that if you're angry, you perform better?
No, not really, but I just had something to prove in that 200, so I went out and did it.
Okay. Well, probably you could get angry a lot more. See that?
I'm a very calm person, so it's very hard to get me riled up, but at that point in time, I was ready.
Okay. Well, a lot of pressure was on you from your coach, your teammates?
Well, they don't tend to put a lot of pressure on me, but I was the only one in my school in that event because the others didn't make finals. So I had to go and show out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a big deal. You have to. Okay, so now I remember seeing a race where you were running in a relay. Tell me about the pressure you get from being the ankle leg.
Well, before it used to be way easier in secondary school days because I was so accustomed to running the 400 and I was known as the 400 guy. But now, as I move down, there's a lot more pressure because I don't know if I'm in that shape still. I get more nervous now because I don't really like the 400 again. It's hard. I can't sit down. I can't walk after your legs routine. So there was a lot of pressure, especially at that level, knowing if I mess up, that's a medal the team loses. And all these guys work hard to put us in that position. So they have a lot of faith in me. So I just go out there and try and do my best for them.
Now, you're performing in 60, the 200, and the 400. You just said you don't like the 400. So you'd say your favorite right now is the 200?
Yeah, that's my favorite. It's between the two. It's not too short, it's not too long. It's just right.
Now, off camera, I was joking and telling him, like, I used to run, and I don't know how he does it, because sometimes he runs, like, 2 to 3 times in a week. I would run for, like, once and not run again for the next 2 weeks. So, like, just talk about not necessarily the injuries, but how it feels, seeing that you have to, like, run back-to-back in a week.
It's definitely a lot on your body, especially at that level. When we were younger, it was more fun because we were young, so our body used to recuperate faster, but as you grow up, you have to take more care of your body, so you have to make a lot more appointments with the physios, and not because you're injured, but just to make sure your body is where it's supposed to be to maintain the level you want to. So I have to make a lot more appointments with the physios, start stretching more, and doing, little rehab, ice baths, massages, all these things.
Okay. Now, I know that you've won Track Athlete of the Week possibly like 5 to 6 times. So seeing that you're like growing in your, I would say, profession, I heard that you kind of eyeing for the Olympics. Is that something that you're being serious about? Yeah,
definitely. I think every track or athlete in general, the biggest goal is to make it to the highest level, and that for us, that's the Olympics. And so in 2028, I'm hoping to remain healthy and continue improving so I can make it for my country.
Which one would you want to do, the 60 or 200?
Well, they don't have the 60 at Olympics, but the 200 definitely.
The 200, you think you could do it?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Just have to maintain.
Okay, great. Now, who or what inspires you to really push as much as you do when you're on a track?
Definitely my family. Seeing how much they sacrifice for me and support me, they definitely a big factor in pushing myself to do well.
Yeah, your mom especially. She
Yeah.
seems like your biggest
The
fan.
biggest fan. She does be more nervous than me when I'm on the track. So yeah, definitely.
Does she miss you? I mean, you're away for quite some time.
She does call me twice a day, every day. I don't know what we have to talk about so much. Before I wake up, when I go and sleep, call her. I just wake up, I'm not feeling, no, just call me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking back at your past performances, what would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of being a track athlete, and how has it really shaped you as an individual?
The most rewarding part is definitely seeing your hard work pay off. Because being a track athlete is constant repetition, discipline, consistency, and it's a lot at sometimes. Sometimes you feel like, why are you doing all that? So seeing it pay off is the biggest reward, and it definitely shape me in terms of making me more determined in life. Not just giving up just because something is hard or not working out right now. Just have to continue pushing through it, and life going to be hard no matter what. So you just have to remain consistent and persistent, basically.
Okay. Now, I know, like, again, off camera, you were saying that you went to a training camp in Jamaica back in 2022.
Yeah.
Would you say that what you learned over there in the program, that it really shaped your mentality into the type of track athlete that you are right now?
Yeah, definitely. Jamaica was a big eye-opening experience for me because I was training with majority professional athletes. So seeing them do what they did every day in and out, whether it's hard, easy training, it showed me what it takes to be at that level. And no matter what, they come and they show out. Competition, training basically like competition. I found myself pushing myself harder than I ever did in my life, just trying to stay with them. And one thing I learned, the coaches there, work at your own pace. Don't try to overstretch yourself, overexert yourself to try and keep up with them. They're where they are. Build yourself slowly but surely, you'll get there.
So you said they had like professional track athletes there.
Yeah.
What advice did any of them actually give you, and who exactly was there?
They had Oblique Civil, Zanel Hughes, Antonio Watson, Orlando Bennett. These are the people I was constantly around. A lot of what they told me is you'll have challenges. Not every day you'll do well in a race. No's will come. But you have to remember what you're doing it for. Set a goal for yourself and every day work towards that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before you go, just tell me, like, what is it that you're studying in school? Is it that you dream of actually being an athlete, or you just doing it for the time?
Right now I'm studying business management and administration with marketing as well. I'm doing this because my parents always instilled in me, always have a backup plan. If track don't work out, you have to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. And definitely I want to become a professional athlete in the future. But that's something I've been working on since I was a child. So definitely, so I have two options to play with.
Okay, great. Well, I'm hoping that you do become a professional athlete, because you certainly seem that you have your head straight, you know what you're about, and you're definitely dedicated in becoming the best of the best.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.